everyone, Meru here, and welcome back to my Monday vlog. I know I didn't make one last week, but I forgot it was a Monday, so yeah. Anyway, this week has been a week, not only because shit happened, but also because Shonen Jump was intense this week. Shonen Jump was just intense. We got an amazing new My Hero chapter. We got an amazing new Dr. Stone's chapter, which, by the way, spoilers for all these mangas that I'm mentioning. We got a really, really good One Piece chapter. And then we got a new Bleach chapter. You heard that right. After 5 whole years, we get a new Bleach chapter. And it's for its 20th anniversary, so everybody thought it was just gonna be like a funny, like a celebratory, like one. No. Not only is it a new chapter, it's a whole new arc, okay? So spoilers ahead for all the manga I just mentioned, because we're gonna talk about it. In Dr. Stone, they're creating a computer. If you don't know what Dr. Stone's about, you're like, creating a computer. What? No. But it's so good. It's just, they're trying to create a computer in the Stone world, and it's just so good. I just love Dr. Stone. It just goes out of its way to be just fantastic. And, like, a lot of characters are back now. Yusuri has back, and, it's just wonderful, and I love the new character. All of it is just, mwah, just so good. And then My Hero. Heavy spoilers ahead for my new hero, chapter, but that chapter was so good. When Bakugo fucking goes and he's just like, Deku, I've been a dick to you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I was just like, okay, I didn't ship Baku Deku, but now I kind of ship Baku Deku. And then with Uraraka, it was also really cute. And then it's just so, I mean, he just like walks up to the school, and the school is just like full on, like, protection. It looks really cool. And like last chapter, there was like that joke. There was that like when with Mineta, where everybody thought it was like, oh fuck, Mineta's now our gay representation, darn it, and everyone's just hating on Mineta even more, but also shipping, well, what is it, it's like Dekuneta, I think it's the ship, I think it's a joke ship, but it's so funny how everyone was just like, yeah, no, Mineta's gay now. Like, I get it, I get what they mean. Like, as a joke, I get it. But this chapter with Bakugo, oh my god, my boy. Listen, I'm not a big fan of Bakugo. At least I wasn't a big fan of Bakugo. He kind of seems like a snotty brat that I will slap across the face, even though I shouldn't do that because that's child abuse. But it makes me want to slap him across the face because he's such a fucking tsundere. He's such a tsundere. But the way that he behaved in this chapter, like, I know Todoroki's my favorite, is one of my favorites out of, like, the main characters, but Bakugo's been doing really good, though. Like, my favorite overall character in My Hero is Froppy. I love her. She's best girl. She's just adorable, and I just wanna grab her cute little cheeks, because she's adorable. My second favorite character in the whole thing is probably Aizawa, and like Press and Mike, because I like their dynamic. It's really funny. Shinso is a really good character as well, but and then like Todoroki is one of my favorite of them. But anyways, that new chapter was just amazing. The way that they do like the characterization, it's just. And then we get One Piece, which, again, spoilers, but my girl Robin, Ooh, oh my god, the things I want her to do to me are inexplainable. This chapter was so good. Like, Robin was the MVP of this chapter. She was all like, oh, you wanna fuck with me? Okay. You're gonna fuck with me. I got you. And cracked the bitch's neck with like a suplex. She was like, whoosh, boom, with multiple arms, and it's just best girl. And then I love the fact that Brooke was so supportive. Like, Maria was like, Black Maria was like, oh, it's like you're losing. Are you gonna make like your skeleton friend like help you because you're that weak? And Robin's like, I love how Brooke, he was just like, oh, you're talking to me while fighting her? Girl, you're dead. You're dead. You're just dead. Don't underestimate Robin. And don't underestimate Robin indeed. This bitch cracked her open like a glow stick. It was fantastic. I loved it. And then the scene after that with Momonosuke where he's just like, yeah, could you use your ripe fruit on me for me to become an adult? And it was like, I heard that theory, and me and my friends were talking about that theory as well, that maybe, like, Shinobu could use her powers to make Momonosuke look older. And indeed, that was, like, just an idea, and now it's actually a thing that can happen. And, well, we don't know, like, if we gotta wait 2 weeks for it, but it was such a good chapter. We needed the 2-week break, because, like, oh boy, it's a lot. And then there was the magnum opus of this week, Bleach. A brand new chapter, and a brand new arc of Bleach. Bleach! Listen. Bleach was the first manga I ever read. I had watched a lot of anime, and I started watching Bleach. I didn't like it. I tried to watch Bleach. Didn't like it. I could not get past episode 1. It was so fucking boring. And then when I started 9th grade, I had this one friend who was like, oh, read it. Don't watch it, just read it. And I'm like, oh, like the manga. She's like, yeah, read the manga. So I did. Actually, no, I was reading I think my first ever, like, manga like that was probably Fairy Tail. Because I caught up with Fairy Tail and then I started reading the manga. So that one. Yeah, probably Fairy Tail was my first manga. But Bleach, I started reading Bleach because of my friend. And I was speed running that, like, maximum speed. Because I caught up with Bleach in a week. That was back in 2012. I caught up with Bleach. It had like 300 something chapters. I caught up in a week. I just speed read that. They go, and I loved it. I fell in love with Bleach. So I rewatched the anime, and then I'm like, oh, now I understand. Now it makes sense to me. But Bleach has been really important in my life. Like, I've been since 2012, because of Bleach is where I found Tekking, which is who I'm watching right now, and I really, really love Tekking's videos. Because of Tekking, I started reading My Hero and One Piece, and the manga for them, because he's really funny, and I just really wanted to watch his videos. And then after Bleach ended, he was like, oh, I'm gonna do My Hero. So I caught up with My Hero just so I could watch his videos. And then he's like, actually, no, I'm gonna do One Piece instead. So I had to read the entirety of One Piece just to catch up to the latest chapters, just so I could watch his videos. Like, that's how much I enjoyed him. He's a really funny guy. He's a little cringy, but in a funny way. Like, it's cringy, but it's funny. It's fun. He's a fun dude. But yeah, the new Bleach chapter. Oh my god, the glow-ups. Ichigo is now a DILF. He is a DILF. Oh my god. And Rukia is a MILF. Listen, okay. I was Ichiruki. Since the beginning of the series, I wanted Ichigo and Rukia to end up together. And I wanted Orihime to end up with Okiora. I know it was like a nonsensical ship, but I loved Orihime and Okiura, and then Ichigo and Rukia. I loved, that was my OTP of the series. Those two were my OTPs. And I knew that Okiura and Orihime was not gonna happen because Okiura technically died. So that's a whole thing. But I was still like banging on Ichiruki to happen. And it didn't. I don't hate Orihime. I don't hate her. I just hate the way that she was written. She had so much potential and so much story that went towards her, and then she just kind of didn't do anything. She was kind of useless. But I get it. I get why Ichigo ended up marrying a human and why Rukia and Renji ended up together, because the two of them were like together since they were little, and they kind of had this connection. I get it. I 100% get it. I don't hate the pairing, you know. It was I knew it was coming. I knew that this were the pairings that were coming. I just really liked you know, Ichiruki. I liked the Ichigo Ichirukia one, but the two of them, oh my god, MILF and a DILF. Listen, the problem with being bisexual is that you look at everyone and you're like, yeah, I'd fuck that. In anime, everyone, it's just like, oh, look, it's some random background character. They're hot. The glow-ups in anime always get me because they either go 100% or they flop. Like, for example, Naruto. I don't like his glow-up. I don't like it. He doesn't look good with short hair. He doesn't. And I don't know why, like, anime has this thing where, like, when there's a glow-up, the main character gets a fucking buzz cut. Like, what? They can still have floofy hair. They can still have flowing hair. Ichigo has, like, sort of, like, buzz cut, but Ichigo looks good. Like, I don't know, the way that, Kubo writes, not writes, but draws, his art is amazing as ever. I really, really loved Bleach's art style. It's one of my favorites, honestly. But this chapter, so much, like, it made my fangirl, my fangirl inside just, like, squeak. I was, like, fangirling like crazy, because it's a new Bleach chapter. Like, I really hated the way that Bleach ended, and for me, like, where the anime ends is where Bleach ends. Like, I read the manga all the way to the last chapter. I hated it. I hated it so much. And it's not because of Kubo. Like, it's not his writing that I hate, because I know that he was probably pressured to finish this quickly, and, like, as quickly as possible. But, and Kubo did the best that he could with what little he had. But, I hate the ending of Bleach. The last arc, I hate it. I completely hate it. It was, like, the potential, what actually happened. Like, the difference was just, of what people expected was so much, like, it's a lot. It's really a lot. But this new chapter, just gives you a better understanding of things, and kind of like how people, like, grew up, because you see a lot of characters. You see, Toshiro still looks like he's 12, which, let's talk about it, because when I started reading Bleach, I was 14, at the most. No, hold on, I was 15, I think. When I started watching, I was 15. I was in love with Toshiro. I was 14, 15. I was in love with Toshiro. I think he's supposed to be 13. His age is supposed to be, I think, 13 years old. He's, like, he looks 13. Or at least he's the same age as Ichigo's sisters, which were 13, I think. So, Toshiro was 13. When I started reading Bleach, I was 14, 15. I was in love with Toshiro. I read smut of Toshiro. Ex-reader. And I admit I did. The problem is, I am 23 now. And I just see him and I'm like, oh, he's baby. I'm like, no, he's baby. And I remember the shit that I read, because I read a lot. It wasn't my first smut, but my first smut was probably a, no, I remember it exactly. It was a Shomaru X Reader fan fiction that had lemon. It was lemony, like, sour lemon. And that's the day that I learned what lemon meant. It's spicy. Anyways, yeah, no, like, Shonen Jump this week was just amazing. Like, it was just so full of greatness. Like, there's not enough time to talk about everything that happened in Bleach. And honestly, I love Rukia and Renji's daughter. I forgot her name, but she's so cute. And Ichigo-san is adorable. Ichigo-san just looks like a baby Ichigo, and it's so cute. It's so cute. And we're gonna go to hell. Which, like, I remember the movie, like, about hell, in the Bleach movie about hell. And I'm pretty sure that Kubo's probably gonna rewrite a lot of the stuff that was mentioned there. Because that was kind of like a filler movie. Like, I don't think it should be considered canon. We'll have to wait and see. And I honestly don't know how Kubo's gonna be doing this. I don't know if he's gonna be doing a weekly manga, like a weekly chapter thing, or maybe a bi-weekly, or maybe once a month thing. I don't know. If it's once a month, it's probably gonna be like a 70-page chapter per month. But if it's weekly, then it's probably gonna go back to like 17 to 20 pages. I honestly like to read longer chapters than shorter ones. I think it's just, it puts a lot more information in front of you, because I hate waiting. Like, I love when plot twists happen, and I love when, like, the story explains a lot of things, and, like, I love, like, instant gratification. That's what I love. But a lot of the times it's good to wait for the gratification to come, but I just really like longer chapters. So I wouldn't mind waiting, like, a month for, like, each chapter. I used to do that with Attack on Titan until I dropped it. I forget why. I think I just forgot to keep up with it. So now I'm just gonna wait for the anime to end. And if I hear that like, oh, they skipped stuff from the manga, then I'll just reread. Because the thing about Attack on Titan is that the art style is not that great. I'm sorry. The art style of Attack on Titan is not that great. The anime looks fantastic. The manga is rough around the edges. A little bit. It's not a pretty looking manga, which is, you know, I wouldn't expect Attack on Titan to be pretty looking, because it's a very, like, gruesome, like, story. There's a lot of really dark and gritty aspects to it, and the anime, and the, like, not the animation, but, like, the art style matches it pretty well. It's just, it's hard to read. But another manga that I need to actually finish reading is Seven Deadly Sins. I haven't seen the latest episodes. I know that there's a new season on Netflix. I haven't watched it yet, but I really, really liked the Seven Deadly Sins. I loved the art style, also one of my favorites. But I was, I almost at the end. Like, I think it had, like, maybe 2 months worth of, like, an arc. Like, the final arc, that's where I dropped it. The final arc, after we think that everything's been fixed, shit starts to happen, and for some reason, I think the same reason I dropped Attack on Titan, because I just forgot to keep up with it. I stopped reading it, and I really, really wanted to read more of it, because it was one of my favorite manga at the time. It was really, my apologies, I just ate. But yeah, no, it's just, they have, like, it's hard to just, like, talk about all the things that I've been reading and stuff, but I started watching the show Kingdom on Netflix, because once when it came out, I think a lot of people were saying, oh, it's the Game of Thrones of, like, Korea. It's like the Korean Game of Thrones or some shit like that. So I started watching it. I'm on episode 3, I think. It's pretty good. I wouldn't say it's bad. It's really not. It has really amazing, like, graphics, and, like, it's just, I think I'm not fully in it yet. nothing important has happened yet for me to like it that much. I like the queen. She's great. And I like the story with like the zombie thing. It's pretty cool. It's a good way to like add zombies to a story. Like, oh, it's a plague. Not a plague, but it's like it's a transmitted, some sort of like transmitted disease from a flower or some shit like that. But no, it's a pretty good show. I need to finish it. I also need to finish Slime because it got new episodes. Spider or So I'm a Spider, So What is currently on hiatus because probably they had trouble with the animation or some shit. I don't know, but I really liked Spider. I need to catch up with the One Piece anime because I'm behind on that, like 20 episodes at least. And I need to, there's some manga that I also need to catch up with, which is the Spy X Family or Spy Family. It's really cute. I already started it, but it's really cute. Seraph of the End, I need to catch up with that. It's actually one of my favorite like art styles ever. I have volume 1 and I have an art book because I used to copy the art book. Not trace, but like I would like copy the images in the art book that's the way that I do eyes. I think I got it from there. And I really, really like their art style. It's very, very bubbly and cute. Not really bubbly and cute. It's very round. It's very round. Very soft and round, and I like it. It's a very good art style. It's hard to describe, but yeah, and I don't think there's any other manga that I'm reading right now. The ones that I'm like reading weekly are My Hero Academia, Dr. Stone, and One Piece, and now Bleach. I was only reading those 3, but now Bleach came out, and it's Bleach. Come on, it's one of my favorites. It was a top 3, okay? The top 3 manga and anime in Japan were the original 3 were One Piece, Naruto, and Bleach. There is no new top like 3. There was just the big 3. The big 3, it's just those 3. There's no new top 3. It's always been like the old top 3. No. The top 3 have always been and will always be One Piece, Naruto, and Bleach, because that's where everything started. Dragon Ball has never been part of the top 3. Yes, Dragon Ball is like, oh my god, one of the most popular fucking anything ever, but it's never been considered part of the big 3, and it never will be. The big 3 will always been and will always be One Piece, Naruto, Bleach. Those 3. That's it. At least that's my opinion, Whatever. But yeah, no, it's been a week. I actually went and saw Suicide Squad on Friday. I'm pretty sure it was Friday. I forget my days. But we saw the new Suicide Squad movie. It was really fun. It was a really great movie. I loved it. I'm madly in love with Harley Quinn. I love her so much. It's funny saying I'm madly in love with a character when I'm a romantic, but it's, it's the best way to explain it, okay? I'm madly in love with Harley Quinn, even though I don't feel romantic attractions toward nobody. Anyways, yeah. The movie was really good. I'm not really gonna spoil anything, but it was really funny. I love the characters. The villain was just the right amount of what the fuckery for it to be both a funny villain and a serious villain. Like, it was dumb. The movie itself was dumb in a good way. Like, it was dumb in a good way. And it was so much. It was so good. It was really good. It was a really good movie. I really enjoyed it. And that's probably about all that I've done this week, is probably just be home, and meditate and watch dumb things on YouTube and then sleep. Yeah, I'm dying to leave this house, but I can't leave my house alone because I'm scared that something was going to happen to me. Because I am an attractive woman. At least I look like an attractive woman. I'm not a woman, but you get my point. I look like an attractive woman. I'm in danger if I leave my house alone. So, hence why I don't leave my house ever. But alas, that's not what we're gonna be talking about today. I mean, the only thing we were talking about was reading manga. But I haven't really been watching that much anime. I've mostly been wasting my time doing nothing. So yeah. And meditating. If you know what I mean, you know what I mean. Otherwise, imagination is the best I could explain it to you. That looked wrong. That's not what I wanted to. I've been smoking weed. Not even smoking weed. That's not what I wanted to say either. I've been eating edible gummies. That's the best way to say it. That is exactly what I'm doing. I'm not high, I swear. I just had a mental breakdown. I swear I'm not. It's faded already. At least it should be. I just got tongue-tied on thought-tied. Anyways, I think that's enough for this video. Like, comment, subscribe if you want to see more of this and me talk about dumb shit for half an hour. Yeah, let's cut it in there, right? Goodbye, thank you for watching, Meru out.